Troops were sent to Polymer to show the people that power is achieved only through the same coin. New members are now enlisted to take new tasks in the expanding Polymer state. Because of several delays on the supply chain, spoiled food reached our troops, something they are not receiving well. After the invasion of Celarus, a demagogue spreads ill words against the conquerors. The troops are sent to put this instigator rapidly in chains. The streets of Polymer calm down as the army is deployed. Order is gradually established. Welcome back, viewers. Victus here, and we are back in an Anerio Dominus. We have a lot of things right now that are very exciting. The first thing that excites me is the fact that we have these GR Romulus. Now let's go ahead and check the overview just before continuing here. We can see that the population support is now normalized. However, we have soldier support going down and worker support. However, the soldier support is going down because we have sent spoiled food to the troops. Because of the war, there was a lot of supply shortages. There were blockades and stuff like that. So it was difficult for the trucks to reach the actual front, the actual city of Zelarus, and at last the food reached its destination, but it was spoiled. Now, another thing that is important here is the budget allocations. We have the Supreme Command Council 70%, and then we have the Model Design Council, no research target yet, Discovery investment at 54 bureaucratic points. I've heard about the bureaucratic points. Apparently, bureaucratic points are one of the most important resource of the wargame. Now let's go to the letterbox. So, treasure found, and this is on the zone of Zelarus. I found, he says, Blaine Stenlov, I found hidden treasure need cognac in the zone of Zelarus. 10 machinery has been secured. Now 10 machinery is good. We have 14 machines here, and we have found a lot of nice machine pieces here. Another treasure of 2 machinery found in a stockpile in Zelarus. And then we have another, which is the scavenger teams have found intact Galactic Republic equipment near Quizmount in the zone of Zelarus. And this has allowed us to let our reserve recruits to form 10 GR Galactic Republic Romulus. And we get the new stratagems generated, Send the Spy and the Shadow Diplomat. Now, thinking about this, the Galactic Republic, there's a story behind Shadow Empire that has to do with the former civilization, and it talks about the Galactic Republic that was formed after some sort of a space league that fought with the so-called Terran Empire. If you're interested in the story behind or the lore behind Shadow Empire, you can check my section of videos on the lore of Shadow Empire that I'm going to leave on the description box. So continuing here, this is an awesome equipment that we have here. So sadly, we have just 10 of these guys. So basically it's 10 tanks, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to send these 10 tanks to Polymer. definitely is the best place for us to put them. Continuing here with these troops, we're going to move them to the north, to Quaysmore, or more likely to this area here, Metmokosh. So let's move them here. Hopefully we're going to be able to see something. Now, up to this point, we see here in the area that is dominated by the so-called non-aligned forces, we have the place called Soleria Meadows. And then here we have the Bunturspan, the border in between the non-aligned factions that are in the north and to the east, which is the actual Omirar nation that we tried to talk with. Now, do we know something about this, guys? We still don't know anything about the Sepharians as well. So let me see. Stratagems. We got the send a spy. Perhaps we can send a spy to this other area here that is called Somirar, the Somirar territory. Failure. We did not infiltrate our spies into Somirar. Luckily, we escaped detection of our covert operations. Okay, we failed that. Then we can recruit a junior, which is character will be recruited and joined to the pool, which I think it's perhaps something good to have another character on the pool. But first, I think I'm going to go for political points here. Or not. So let's go and take the treasure hoard. Treasure hoard. Let's target perhaps our zone. After forcing our entry into a desolate site, we found a large room stocked with resources. 141 metals, 148 rare metals, and 407 fuel. This is a huge discovery. Okay, and then we have this one. I was thinking about the Medal of Merit here. A personal visit by you to welcome the leader in the Order of Merit. Will increase the stats of the actual guy that receives it and will improve relations with the leader with 25 points. We can target, evidently, we can target Frek Diplord. But I'm going to give, let me see. I want to see who is going to be the guy that we're going to be giving the Medal of Merit. For example, this is good with us, and Frek Diplord is not so good with us. He's not so good with us, we already know this. He has charisma. Okay, I think perhaps we can give it to him as well. Let's go and see the stratagem here. This is going to increase, as it says here. Let's go and give it to Diplord, because Diplord, you know, we're going to play the card of good guys with them, because he could be a problem if he gets mad. So I'm going to execute this stratagem over Frek Diplord. So now the relations with Frek Diplord have increased. Now, what is this? Will assign a temporary shadow diplomat to the target leader. Okay. So let's go and see what is the new 87 relations with this guy. That's good. Okay. So now let's go to decisions here. Motion that the meritocracy profile reaches at least 49 points, and we are in 41. We're going to refuse the motion. Refusing that is going to make problems with us. So now, Captain Crank, nomads are assaulting our traders. Oh my god. So the nomads are assaulting our traders. Mafari territory nomads are assaulting and robbing their trading posts. Our traders are furious. They demand you use the army to protect them, something the army does not like to do. Protect traders is not their business, they have made more than clear. So if we order the army to help them, of course, this guy is going to be very happy, and all of the guys that are part of the armed front are going to be happy, and enforcement is going to increase. If we do nothing, it doesn't matter because we are going to do that. The government to the rescue, of course. The help of the army reduced the losses of the traders, but alas, our troops suffered some losses as well. Frank Diplord gets 2 points, Zero Quintmore 1 point, and all of the guys that are part of the armed front get points. And we get this +6 points for the enforcement. Okay, so now let's go and let's check here again. Politics, autocracy, society, commerce, and psychology, fist. Fist denotes people that wants to win and that won't hesitate for a moment to use force to achieve their goals. And then we have autocracy denotes adherence to principle of natural leadership and might makes right. And then we are focused on commerce. Belarus is growing a lot. It's growing a lot, as you can see here. Okay, so let's continue moving our troops up to this point. We're going to move them over here, and I'm going to put these guys, I think, oh, I just misclicked here. We're going to move them here. Hopefully this is not going to make problems. We're going to go in here and continuing moving with here with these guys, which are the 1st Polymer Mobile Battalion. Move them to Bitbar, and they're going to stay there. I think we saw a little bit of movement here, so I'm going to send these guys down here. So let's end the turn. Okay, so now we are a little bit in trouble here. Let me show you here the history. If I go here to the next battle, let's concentrate ourselves in this area, because right now you're going to see these guys are starting to move in and they are pushing. Let me go back again. They are pushing into our territory here. Now, this is the Belarusian capital. These are ruins, sorry. So they are very near. If I count the actual hexes that are from the city of Belarus to these ruins, we have 1, 2, 3, and we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So these guys are very, very near, and they are going to produce a little bit of unrest here because of the danger that they pose. And this is something that I'm not liking, because this means that these guys, the Omirar nation, they are very, very aggressive. So the first thing I'm going to do is clearly move these guys back into Belarus, but I'm going to push them here into the area of Karlin. And I'm going to send these guys down here to the ruins, because I don't want these guys to continue moving into my territory. Let's go and check the actual overview. We're on track here on the Empire dashboard. We're on track. We're respected. The only guys that are not happy are the soldiers right now, but everything looks very good. So now we have gained this. We have Model Design Council discover the new model, a bazooka. A bazooka was discovered, and then new stratagems generated. Regenerated the Medal of Merit and Send Spy. So we have again a Send Spy and another Medal of Merit. So let's go to the stratagems here. Let's send the spy to the actual Omirar nation. Success, we managed to infiltrate our spies in Gapmouth. So now hopefully we're going to see what is happening there. And then we have another Medal of Merit that I'm going to send to the Captain Crank. Good. Another Medal of Merit for him. Let's see what we got on decisions. So, motions that the average security of the zones reach at least 9 points. Sir, the armed front has passed a motion that the average security of our zones is to be raised from the current 0 points to 9 points. The deadline to achieve this is 17 rounds. So I think this means that we need to raise the security and accept the motion. And then we have the model design council overview. Sir, what kind of model should we develop? Well, I think we should develop the model of bazooka here. So bazooka, for this bazooka model type, what kind of hollow charge weapon should be issued? Of course, bazooka. So we're going to go for this. We're going to select this with Envirosuit, of course, and we are focusing on developing the new model of bazooka. Now let's go to the management here and see the models here. Where's the model here of bazooka here? We don't see the model here. Oh, there we go. So this model type is already discovered, but you did not complete design of any model yet. So when we complete the design, we're going to be able to recruit these guys, I believe. Okay, so now let's continue with the situation. Of course, we're going to maintain this guy into this area. So I'm going to move down here as we create this beautiful straight line for the actual frontier. And now let's simply move this guy here. Perhaps there's something here, I'm not sure. I think not. Let's just return here. There we are. So here we see more guys coming from here. We see these guys with pistols over the bipeds. These nomads are a little bit troublesome. Okay. Okay, so now let's move these guys here. And that's it. Okay, let's end the turn. Well, so now we are in spring. Interesting. Let's see the actual temperature here. 21. We have here 2, 10, Zelarus 15, 21, 21 here in our area here. Now, what is this? Something happened here, as you can see. They have just taken Metal Walker, and this is something that we're not going to allow. So the nomads are now doing stuff that is not legal. So now I'm going to move these guys into here. So we have both guys here because these guys are a little bit aggressive as well. Now we can see this guy, portrait of Oscar Raymond. And now we know that these are farmers. Okay, good to know that these are farmers. This is the leader of this regime. Okay, we know something about them right now. Now, let's deal with this situation. We don't know anything about them. So now we're going to move these guys to the La Barrier ruins. Let's see if the assets here are already... We have the assets already here. Oh yeah, we have the metal mine finished, and the recycling as well is now finished. These are very great news here, because we're creating industrial points, as you can see. This is a lot of industrial points over here. So let's go to the situation here. The Empire dashboard shows us that everything is under control right now. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now we have the new stratagems: offer protection, send spy, and the shadow diplomat. We're going to deal with these just right now. And finally, we have this guy that is the Omer Nation overview. So one thing that I'm going to do with this guy, which is called the President Oscar Brayman, is that I'm going to send an offer protection. So I'm going to offer protection to that guy. So first, let me go to the stratagems here. Again, let me send offer protection. So it says here that offer yourself as protector and you will defend them when attacked. I'm going to send this to the other farmers. This is the Oscar something that we have here, because it's going to be executed by Crank Hydras. Before doing that, I'm going to use the Shadow Diplomat. I'm going to target Crank Hydras. So he has a Shadow Diplomat has been assigned to him. And now that I have that, I'm going to target these guys. Supreme Command Council. Execute the stratagem. Success. Omer Nation accept our protection. Okay, we rolled 129 because of the Shadow Protector, Shadow Diplomat. And now we are, if we go again to these here, if we show the Diplo colors, so now we are in good terms with these. This is good. The bad thing is that, well, they cut here. They cut here, but never mind. It's okay. So now we can simply go and protect this area. So let's move into the north. With these guys as well. We cannot move them. Okay, so we're going to now focus ourselves into the non-aligned area here. And now concentrating here, something that they did, something that I don't like. They took this, so this is a bad decision. So we are going to send these guys here. This is not good at all. Not good at all. These guys are... They want war. They want war, indeed. Okay, so now let's go to the decisions. We still have nomads are assaulting our traders. Mafari territory nomads are assaulting and robbing their trading posts, or traders are furious. So we're going to order, again, we need more enforcement, and we're going to order the army to help. The help of the army reduce the losses of the traders, but alas, our troops suffer some losses as well. Okay, and then we're going to go for the protest in Zelarus. The people of Zelarus have taken to the streets to display their displeasure with their living conditions. They are disrupting the local order and are causing unrest. We send in the troops to end this protest. This guy is going to be very happy. Sometimes force and fear need to be wielded to keep the peace. Give in to some of their demands? Of course not. Calm down the protesters by talking to them. You know, what we need is some precision work. No, we are going to go for sending the troops again. I have ordered a crackdown on the protests. 500 protestors were killed. Religious mayhem in Polymer. A disturbed guru is urging his newly found followers to assault sinners. Sinners apparently include people who smoke, and there are fights between the religious fanatics and their victims everywhere. Oh god. I am restoring order as we speak, but casualties are higher than expected, so some help would be welcome. Can I count on your support to minimize the damage? Yes, this must have priority. So it's going to cost 12 political points. No, I can spare the resources. Okay, I'll get on it. So the leadership roll of Nash is 43. Roll increased by 50. So we have 93, and the difficulty was 147. Critical failure. Our efforts backfired, and the ensuing cause caused more harm. The danger has increased. 4,000 population died and 600 workers died because of this religious problem inside Polymer. That's hilarious. Okay, so now we can see that there is going to be a little bit of problems here with unrest and stuff. Okay, so let's end the turn. Okay, so everything is all right here with these guys, and these guys, I think we're going to need to declare war because this area here was ours. So we're going to do that in the next chapter. This was Victus. See you in the next one.